Welcome to Saturday afternoon on Bike Racing Without Mercy. Very unusual for me to be racing at 3 PM, but I'm going to try something a little bit different. It's the first race back post my crash. Had a little recce of the Bologna TT course early this morning, just to make sure my left leg's up to it, and it is. Fingers crossed. So hoping to have a half decent race. Let me just get set up on the actual course and the warm-up. Daniel, good afternoon to you. How are you? Thank you very much for joining. Hope all's well. On this slightly overcast and rainy Saturday afternoon. Hey Phil Rich, the namesake of my supplement company. Hope all's good. Boris, thanks for joining. Dean, thank you very much for joining afternoon. Radoslaw is racing with me today. He happened to be on the TT warm-up for Bologna early this morning, and I said, why don't you go half gas and come and race this afternoon with me, 3 PM. And Radoslaw's always up for that. He's got big watts per kilogram. Thanks, Boris. Really appreciate that. So Radoslaw's FTP is about the same as mine. Around about 4.5, 4.6 watts a kilogram. Oh, thank you, Jane. I'm feeling very nervous. I always do feel nervous ahead of a live stream, because I know that on the Bologna TT there's always two very nasty climbs. Hey Keith, yeah, the saddle's okay. I downloaded, courtesy of Kev Day, he put me onto Road Grand Tour cycling, and so I downloaded that. It's really good. And I practiced on Mont Ventoux this week a couple of times, and I experimented out the saddle and it felt good. Mike, thank you for joining, sir. How are you? Hi Andrew, how's it going? Thanks for joining this afternoon, I appreciate it. Hey Scott, really enjoyed your trilogy last week, and Fridays was amazing. You and Billet, that is quite a pairing. Yeah, Boris, that's a good idea. Because Jane's fitness routine is very consistent, and that is the most important thing about a fitness routine. It's consistency. Kyle, right on sir, thank you for joining. How's it going? No, there is nowhere to hide on that hill, Keith, that's why I'm so nervous. Monsieur Rouleur, Adam, how's it going? I'm hoping this is going to be a good weekend for you and your family. Hi Steve, have you finished your metrics entry ride today, or are you just about to start? Yeah, I'm pleased to be back streaming for a race. I thought it might take at least 2 or 3 weeks initially after the crash, Keith. I was very lucky not to be worse hurt, and we're going to drop the vlog to include the crash video probably early next week. No, don't believe her, Boris. Jane has a very good fitness regime, really nice technique on her lifts. Not super heavy, well, nor am I super heavy in terms of my lifts, let's face it. But good technique, stability. That's exactly what you want. Martin, how's it going, sir? I've been watching your Strava files, especially some of those Crit City races. Boy, are you laying down some really massive power. 13.1 mile run, that is huge, Carl. as Monsieur Rouleur would say, as he did on his Instagram. Have you lost your bike, Kyle? Niels, that is such a good comment. I've got to say, I'm just going to be looking forward to putting in hopefully some decent power on the climb. Hi Phil W. Jones. Afternoon to you, sir. Thank you for joining. Okay, let me put the fan on. So I've had tons of carbs by way of French bread today. Jane got a really nice fresh French loaf. I'm going to have this midway through. And I've had some fast digesting carbohydrates pre the race. Team DGR, thanks for joining. From the top of the Alp. Are you right here? Cycle Hues, Team TDGR. Are you actually physically based at the top of Alpe d'Huez? Ah, I see, Carl. Yes, I'd forgot that What Bike was delivering. Yeah, there's such a demand for them at the moment. It'll be with you soon, fingers crossed. But the thing is, Steve, will I be blown past them like a Porsche on the climb? That's all that really counts. I think most people here are just warming up. Well, so am I suppose. Scott, I'm afraid Pink Monster was not the carbs. At 3 PM, if I'd taken down a Pink Monster, I'd be literally climbing the walls come midnight. Oh, in Zwift, okay. Sorry, Team DGR. For a second I'd wondered if you're affiliated to Cycle Hues, which is a place where I hired a bike from at the top of Alpe d'Huez. Yeah, Ferrari. I need to get. I haven't driven my car in 7 months. I'm going to give it an outing. Oddly enough, I was about to give it an outing on the Monday that I crashed. But believe it or not, it takes quite a strong left leg to work the clutch. And I haven't had it in me. Now I'm going to stick with the Tron, Scott, because it's 2 laps of Bologna, and so the majority of the course is flat. And I never win anyway, so it doesn't make any difference whether I've got the Tron or the light one. And of course, for me to change bike now would invite all kinds of technical disasters. So Scott, will there be a comp hunt on Sunday, given that you have one on Friday? Hopefully there will. Yeah, Niels, I think people divide into Porsche versus Ferrari guys and girls. And definitely, if you look at the 488 versus the 911 GT3, everybody says the 911 GT3 is a much better track car, much more reliable, faster on a race, all that kind of thing. Me, I love a Ferrari. I'm quite happy to put up with a lack of reliability, poor quality of paintwork, general bad finish. But that engine, I'm sorry, that engine in full flight, in 3rd gear, boy, nothing sounds as good as that Ferrari V8 engine, and the V12 guys would say the V8 doesn't sound as good as them. Hi Agnes. Mexican tonight. Well, I think you deserve a big feed, Steve. Crikey. You've been putting in the KMs, right? I'm going to join the event after not much of a warm up. Yeah, I mean, Porsches, they're on another level. Giorgio, I'm guessing, Giorgio, that you have done some kind of insane CrossFit workout this morning, which I'll check out later on YouTube. Check out Giorgio's channel. Insanely fit young man, Giorgio, both in terms of strength and cycling. If Giorgio did a little less strength with the CrossFit and stopped hammering his legs to bits, the power he puts down is huge, and he'd be really fresher for winning some Kate races. Giorgio is a proper talent. Hey Grim Reaper, thank you for joining, I appreciate it. Hey Daniel, I agree with you. Ferrari wins the hearts over the minds, but Niels, he's an engineer. And you've got to respect an engineer. A Hillman Imp. Nice, Grim Reaper. The Hillman Imp. That is such a... That's a blast from the past. Love your style. Right. Yeah, no, seriously, Giorgio is proper fit. Some of the CrossFit workouts, I literally cannot even comprehend how someone can even want to start them, let alone finish them. Hey Radoslaw, have a great race. I'm going to try and hang in your wheel, mate. Just a brain. You do have a big brain, that is for sure, Niels. Yeah, so Giorgio, he's doing like these workouts with like 200 squats, 200 bodyweight press-ups, then like clean and presses, or stepping up and down off a box with a weighted vest 1,000 times. Cheers, Ed. That's funny. Yeah, you got Freem's race. Yes, probably a tad more impressive than mine. And of course, we were spoiled by your Eberpret, so I've got to say, Ed, I reckon when the time is right for you personally, when you drop the hammer on that Eberpretzel, you must have a 3:15 time in you, or maybe 3:20 at the absolute worst, riding in a group. Thank you, Dewey, I appreciate that. I'm going to need all the luck I can get today. Yeah, I don't know how you put yourself through it. Thank you very much, Michael, I appreciate it. I'm feeling very nervous today. Bit of water. I'm hoping to do justice to people watching the live stream. Because I very much appreciate it. I don't think I've come back to it. I've had a lot of little rides in the week just to gradually test out the left leg. It's fine on a fixed bike like this, where there's no lateral movement and clipping and unclipping. Hey DJ. Yeah. We'll see if it's impressive after the event. The legs are feeling okay. We're in this kind of fixed plane of motion. Giorgio. I'm still limping quite badly on the left when I'm walking, but cycling I think is just better for it. Nice one, Josh. I saw you got those Asiomo Favaros. That's what I use as well. I think they're excellent. Did you go for the duo or the single? It doesn't matter which really, they're both very good. Okay, heart rate's quite high, given I haven't even left the pen. Yeah, I didn't go anywhere. I was holed up here, Scott. All right. Come on. Oh, it's quite a busy race, isn't it? Thanks all. Just going to concentrate and try and let myself settle. Try and minimise the work on the flat. But already a split is developing. Dear. Cheers, Samuel. Congrats on your P1, P2, P1. Hey Mick, cheers. Thanks also Lee. Shutting the moves down, straight clinging on by the fingertips. You decide. What does that mean? Is that a cones guy? Seems a bit early. Yeah, we'll do, Jane. No, I figured, Mick, so much of this is on the flat that the Tron is as good as anything. But seeing the number of people who aren't on the Tron, I guess I called that wrong. Cheers, Ralph. Trying to conserve energy and heart rate for the climb here. Apologies, I'm not talking a lot. Thank you, Simon. I appreciate the advice. Agreed. That's me being thoughtful, Scott. I think it's if your average watts per kilogram go beyond the category you're racing in for too long. Lee? Hey, Graham. Hope your day at work was alright. Cheers for joining, mate. Finish line is at the top of the climb for the second time, Mick. I hope. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, feeling okay, Graham, so far. But the main test is yet to come. Now Niels, last time I raced Niels on this course, dropped me comprehensively, as did Radoslaw, who's racing today. Niels literally blew me away on the climb. Yeah, Ralph, that's my thinking, and also on a flat, few saved watts. But on the climb, I'll pay for it, I guess. Oh, what's going on with your son, Grim Reaper? Is it his birthday? Thor, whatever the event, respect to you, sir. You've obviously got an amazing dad. And I'll reconfirm exactly what we're celebrating in a second. Just gotta go fast. Now that's wise words, Neil. Whether we agree on Porsches or Ferraris, going fast is the antidote. So what's Thor achieved, Grim Reaper? Well, Thor, for being sat over the other side of the room and for watching a grown man implode on a Bologna course, I respect you, Thor, and salute you, sir. Hey Joe, my sister's in the chat. How are you today? It's lovely seeing you yesterday. Nicely, a relaxing bath. I haven't had a bath in ages, it's always a shower for me, but I may have a bath now. Jose, thanks so much for joining. Yeah, is your lad a teenager, Grim Reaper? It's very easy to embarrass a teenager, as I know from my daughter and son. Right, going to bring the heart rate down now. Hey Mark, how's it going? Here's Radoslaw. Thank you, Davian. Sure is, Giorgio. I'm on training difficulty, 75%. Cheers, Anna. Cheers, Ian. I couldn't do that in real life. Thanks for all the support up there. Massive appreciation for that. Carbs. Easy to digest. Now to restart the diesel engine. Yeah, that's the Aero Tuck and the Tron bike that gave me that. DJ. Oh, sorry. Grim Reaper, sorry. I'm only just getting my cognitive functions back. Yeah, Boris, that is a possibility. It gives you a lot of wings. But I crashed so badly on them. Yeah, Giorgio. Back through town, in a loop, then back up the climb. Radoslaw's riding fantastic. Now, Andrew, we got another climb, I'm afraid. For me. Good for you. Oh, what entertainment that is. Try and recuperate here. Yeah. That's why you can't burn yourself out here on the flat, Giorgio. Ed Laverack style. He'd be grey and blue. I'm green and blue. Hey Wayne, thanks for joining. I just seen that, Daniel. That is praise indeed, an Ed mode move. What is after all, my coach? No, it's a TT course, Rich. But I think there is draft because it's an actual race on the TT course. The XRS race. Oh, maybe it is a race to the line. You're right, I thought it was 2 climbs. Oh, I didn't realise that. Oh, what a schoolboy error. Thank you, Andrew. Appreciate you picking me up on that. I'm going to practice my sprint. I think I must have. Neil, thanks for joining. Cheers, Mitch. A little disappointed we haven't got the second climb. I thought I was going to see people off there. Probably overconfident. Right, I'm going to go at 500. Cheers, Boris. Cheers, Ed. Nice one, Radoslaw. P2. Radoslaw has been using Ed's polarized training techniques. He's completed the Superman 5 times. Amazing, Radoslaw. God, you had me there. I'm happy with that though. P3. Oh dear, where's my cap? And so it's going to unclip 1 second. Oh dear me. Oh dear. What was that? Is that a Zwift power? I've done better than third. So I can barely speak. Oh. Well, thank you all. Crikey. Yeah, it felt good that last sprint. I was just trying to hold it. I was in the drops. I think the cadence was high. Was the cadence high? Yeah. Radoslaw, you had a great day in the office. And we pulled each other up the climb. We both took turns. I can have no complaints about that. Yeah, Ed, because of your training, right, if you see after the climb, when we get to the bottom of the climb, I'm kind of in upper zone 3, lower zone 4 the whole way to the end there, and the heart rate was good, and that gave me enough spare capacity in heart rate to invest in just under 500 meter sprint. Yeah, the long sprint is really my only chance, Mitch, because I don't have the 1000 watts or 900 watts in my tool bag. Oh, so the cadence was only 92 in the sprint. God, it felt like 130, Grim Reaper. That's quite funny. Yeah, you're right, Michael. If I'd gone 50 metres early, I reckon Radoslaw was fading at the line there. Maybe you can tell us, Radoslaw, were you fading just at the end? Because I reckon I had another 50, 60 metres in me. Maybe not. I don't know, it's all conjecture. But anyway, I'm very happy with that, and thank you very much, everybody, for the support. And the reason I put the cap on at the end is because my hair is so long on top, and my vanity knows no bounds. I like the neatness of the cap. That's the only reason for it. Oh, average cadence. Cheers, Grim Reaper. Now, thank you very much, Boris. Yeah, that was yeah, I'm really happy with that, because that's the first race back. The left leg here took a lot of pressure, especially at the end there, but also on the climb. And so bodes well, I guess, for future races. And because it was only a 25-minute race, that isn't actually a ton of training stress that is built up today. So I'll probably be able to do some kind of a training or maybe a race tomorrow. I'll see. But yeah, I keep saying this about Ed's training methods, but definitely for these shorter Zwift races, you know, anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour and a half, it is the ability to punch when you need to punch and then recover in zone 3 and 4 for most of us that makes a difference. And it's the polarized training that gives you that, because you build the top end zone 5 and 6 and that drags up the 3 and 4, and you find your heart rate recovers better when you're in a race and you're dropping back from zone 5 or 6 into 3 and 4. You can kind of regain an equilibrium. And that's what I have discovered really since beginning of February when I started training with Ed. Yes, Boris, it's going to be actually it's going to be my mum's lemon drizzle cake this afternoon for recuperation, but normally it would be a bagel with plenty of PB&J. I'm a big believer in bread. If you're not gluten intolerant, do not be afraid of bread if you enjoy bread. Bread, I tell you what, Jane got this French stick from under the arches, with the arches are all back open up around London Bridge area. And there's this place called St John's Bakery that does these French sticks nice and warm. And she brought it back about that big, because she had about that much of it. And I've had nearly the rest of it. And so, yeah, those carbs definitely make a difference. Thank you, Alan. Yeah, it was nice. And I see you're doing the polarized 60-60s, 60-30s and all that kind of stuff as well. Well, look, I really appreciate everybody tuning in. Means a huge amount to me, the support. I know people have got busy Saturday afternoons, so I'll shut the stream down in a second, but just to say to everybody, as ever, whoever you are, whatever you do, please remember to live, thrive and stay healthy. And Thor, if you sit at the back of the room, here's another bit of embarrassment from a 45-year-old man to you. Enjoy the evening, Thor. All right, take care, everybody. See you soon.